What do you know about the scarcity mindset? Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. This is one thing that I want to see all of us leave behind. Okay, leave back in 2023. Let's not take a scarcity mindset with us into 2024. All right, and there's 3 areas that I want to kind of go over with you in ways that the scarcity mindset really leaves us in a place of not being able to serve others, not being able to give to others, and not being able to create new dreams, okay? Big dreams, not being able to reach our goals. Let's talk about time. So time is our most valuable resource, right? And so what I hear a lot of people say all the time, I don't have time, right? I don't have time for that. And I understand, right? Time is a valuable resource. We have to be very, very protective of our time. But there are things that you have to make time to do. And some of us are just so quick to just throw out that excuse for not having enough time just to keep ourselves from being challenged to do something with our time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm coming out swinging. So, for example, let's say that you know that you need to increase your level of physical activity, all right? Let's say that you know that that's something that you're not doing in your lifestyle right now, but in order to be able to do that, you'd have to invest time to do so, right? Just because right now the way that your schedule looks like you don't have time doesn't mean that that's true, because you can make time, right? You can create time in your schedule to work out. And so for me, I know that it's something that if I don't get in, usually in the early part of the day, it's probably not going to happen. So what does that mean? That means I have to make time. Okay, I have to make time in the morning, usually. If I'm not doing it in the morning, that's because I know that somewhere somebody is holding me accountable to do it in the afternoon. So I do have a walking buddy, and a lot of times we walk in the afternoon or just after dinner at night. Hey, Khalid. So make sure that you're not making excuses for not having time. All right, that is a huge thing in scarcity mindset, is saying I don't have time. And so you're losing in life in a lot of different ways because you're just making excuses. If it's discipling your babies, all right, that's something I'm huge about, making time to make sure that your children are understanding God's word. Make time to have those conversations with them. If you're making time to take them to soccer practice, to take them to baseball practice, to basketball practice, to dance class, you better make sure you are making time to disciple those babies. Have those authentic, genuine conversations with them about Christianity, all right? I'm obviously talking to Christians right now. If you're not a Christian, that does not apply to you. But if we are going to make disciples, we have to make sure that we are investing time, right? The next thing is money, all right? Money. We all know that most of the time when people are thinking about the scarcity mindset that we need to leave behind in 2023, most people think about it in terms of money. And so what happens is we have the scarcity mindset around money, and we think, I don't have enough money to do this, I don't have enough money to do that. So we get into this rut of always being in a place where we don't have enough money because we're not willing to even invest money. We're not willing to give money to where it can be given back to us, right? We're not willing to even think on a bigger plane of how to create more money because we're just so, close-fisted with it. And that's something that I know back in the day, that's something I used to struggle with. I just thought I had to be very tight with every single penny. Now, I am all for being a good steward of your money, right? Being a good steward of your money is not the same as having a scarcity mindset around your money, okay? But in my opinion, now being a good steward of your money includes investing. Okay, finding ways to help grow your money. If you have a scarcity mindset, you cannot do that. And the last thing I'm going to talk about is ability. Now, this one is a big one for me because I'm a special needs mom. Okay, I'm a mom who has a child. She's 20, so she's a grown adult now. Okay, but who can't do anything for herself. All right, and back in the day, I used to really struggle with what my life was going to look like because I thought that meant we weren't going to be able to do things, right? We weren't going to be able to do a lot of the things that we see our friends and family doing, okay, in the world. Here's the thing. You have to make sure that you understand that you have purpose in this world and that you were created to do something great. If you decide that because of whatever the circumstances are in your life that you can't do that great thing, whatever it is. For example, I've written 2 books. Now, a lot of people might think, how do you have time to do that? You have a child that needs everything done for her. You homeschool your kids. Look, if God has purposed you to do something, if he has given you something to say, something to do, he is going to give you the grace to do it. All right. Stop making excuses that you can't do this or do that because of whatever the circumstances are. I have been there. And that is a very low place. And if you're in that place, I get it. I understand. But let's come up out of that place in 2024, you guys. Let's come up out of that place. All right. Let's come into a place of knowing and understanding that you have a greatness inside of you that God would love to display to the whole world. Okay. To love to display for the whole world. But you can only do that if you are willing to open up your thought life, right? And be bigger minded about the things that you were created to do and create, right? Be in this place of creation. And so I hope that encourages you guys. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to try to do this weekly. So join me next time when you see me. Let's get rid of scarcity mindset, y'all. Let's leave it behind in 2023.